I do want to mention, like, there's a part in the book where, you're not supposed to show love to one another. And this girl liked this guy at work, right? And the guy was like, well, maybe she's a op, um, air quote. The readers I've been studying talk about ops. I mean, what are you guys? Like, you are you part of this regime? You're talking about jumping timelines. You're talking about your main goal seems to be to divide families, convince families and children that they're you know they're they've been trying to kill you. That's division of family. That's part of the regime. Okay, the fact regime, right? You guys are always saying facts. You guys are saying calling people ducks. Well, that's what they call people in the 1984 book that have thoughts of their own, and then they vaporize them, they make them disappear. In other words, they murder them for not falling in line, you know. And you guys even say, oh, somebody's going to get in a wreck. Well, that falls in line with 1984. Are you part of this conspiracy? You talk about judgment, you talk about abundance. Well, abundance is one of the laws set up in this regime. So, anyways, back to the story. In one of the stories in 1984, the chick likes the dude at work, right? And the dude is scared to respond, but then she finally comes and tells him she loves him. Well, the regime finds out about it and they capture him, and trick him. Like this guy plays like he's a rebel against the regime. He actually works in the regime, but he convinced him he was a rebel, and then he got him to admit that he was in love. And so they locked him up and tortured him, electrocuted him, made rats eat his face until he finally denied that he loved the girl. And then he went back to working at Norder and act like she didn't exist and fell right in line, out of fear. And I think that when people like this find someone, per se me and other people, that don't fall for your fear tactics, that you can't move, you really, there's some people out here that we inspire, and then there's people that's lined up with this reality shifting regime that hate us, and try to tear us apart with your little words. Like your little words could affect someone that's walked through the fire and been refined. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to antagonize you. I'm really trying to wake you up, because what you're doing is you're destroying your children, other people's children. You're destroying families. You're destroying our reality. You're destroying the perfect creation of the Father Most High and how it was meant to be. You're setting yourself up as enemies of the Most High God, and you will be judged for it one day. And I don't know what you believe, but I know what I've walked through, and you've seen me walk through it, obviously, because you keep coming at me trying to move me left or right, and you can't, because my Father is the God of my life and the strength of my soul. And He makes it possible for me to walk forth like Daniel in the lion's den, right? So you're getting absolutely nowhere with me. You get more antagonized by that. Like I say, you either love me or hate me, and it's not about me. There's a lot of people like me in this world that are willing to stand up and speak out. You understand me? Because you can't touch a hair on our head unless our Father allows it, and we know that quite well. But I think you want to reconsider, because we all have an end. Life is a vapor. We're here today, gone tomorrow. And, there's only two certain things, taxes and death, right? But I'll tell you another certain thing. The Bible says it is appointed to man to live once. After he dies, there's judgment. And you do not fear, it is written also, the man that can kill the body